Holy shit, we're playing Dark Souls 2! And I still have too low of a V on my shirt. So it's been a while. To be frankly, everything kind of took off when, when the holiday season came around and 50 billion games came out, and I started playing Grimrock, I started playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and both those did really well, and I kind of just held on to the rim and just held on for all I could, because everything went fucking crazy. The channel's exploded since then, but I figure I better get back to my roots at some point, right? Because this is like this was the backbone of my channel until recently, and I don't want that to change necessarily. And now it's been so long, I of course need to try to remember how the fuck this character even was working. But this is my Hex character. We're New Game Plus. I'm here to try to finish my New Game Plus series of seeing what changes in this game when you enter the crazy New Game Plus version of it. Still doing life protection. If I'm gonna play as a hexer that uses souls as a currency for spells, it just makes sense to be able to try to preserve a pool of them without losing them all. So, like always, I'm still going blind in this, as in blind as you can in New Game Plus. I already played the original game, of course, and so this is me trying to see what changes, what kind of crazy new enemies they might send at you. And also, you know, playing a new spec and trying out a new area. Of course, you guys all know all this. I don't know why I'm explaining this in part 23, I believe, of this series. Yeah, these guys are not going to be very resilient to damage, but frankly, they're never particularly hard. The main risk here is that these guys just have the ability to petrify, which is nasty. So nasty. I should be using Affinity, frankly, because that's my... I'm not Affinity, sorry. I should be using my AoE spell, which is called... I don't think I have it on me right now. I don't have it on me. I guess Great Hail is also an AoE spell. Man, I've used to cycling through so many different spells. Last time I played this New Game Plus series, I don't know if I had even started. I don't know if I had even started Lords of the Fallen yet. That's how long ago it may have been. Gosh dang darn it! It's been such a long time. Take care of this guy that decided to wander off, and I'm pretty sure that's a mimic, if I remember correctly. In fact, I think that's specifically the mimic that eats me when I'm thinking like, hey, I don't think there's any metal mimics in this game, and then it's like, hey, look, it's a metal mimic in this game. Surprise. Lucatiel. Oh, hey. Were you here before? I actually don't remember if I've seen Lucatiel at this location before. I usually fuck up her storyline by now, I think.
Who are you? Oh. No, forgive me. I know you. Yes, of course. How goes your journey? I know not what you seek in this faraway land, but I pray for your safety. My name is Lucatiel. I beg of you, remember my name, for I may not myself. My name is Lucatiel. I beg of you, remember my name, for I may not myself.
I always manage to ruin the storylines of those characters one way or another because they're so good at getting themselves killed, and they're really douchey about hiding their locations, right? If I remember correctly, somewhere around here is one of the many areas where you can break the game by running out of the level, and so people have some fucked up locations for their stuff around here. Let's see if I can aim a Dark Hail. That might be fun. Fuck you! That was less effective than I was expecting it to be. Great Resonant Soul. Fuck you. That was pretty effective. Not a fan of mimics. They're probably one of the more dangerous enemies in this game, right? Get out of here. Creepy crab monster. Sunset Staff. So I have almost slightly nostalgic memories of grinding this area, simply because you'll notice that if you looked at my stuff, I've used Affinity. I especially used it at the beginning of the series when I thought it was going to be more useful, but ultimately it was kind of like, hey, here's all this setup for one attack that doesn't necessarily do that much extra damage, necessarily. Do I have it on me right now? Yeah, I have it on me. Okay. I'll pop a Radiant Life Gem just because I'm low. I've lost a little bit, and I don't feel like using a Estus Flask quite yet. It'll be interesting to see how, I'm really looking forward to the release of Bloodborne, because I want to see how they handle health differently in that game. Because in this game, a lot of people have complained about the whole life gem versus Estus flask thing, and basically you have the ability to constantly heal, so like there's way less tension than there used to be. Where once upon a time in old Dark Souls, it was like they gave you more Estus flasks from the get-go at 5 instead of Astalia of Mira. Okay, so let's do I think I want to do an affinity. Oh, that's the wrong spellcast. My bad. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Are you friendly? I don't think he's friendly. No! That was not a successful roll at all. Get out of here. I'm a fucking Dark Sorcerer and you're screwed. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. So that was Lucatiel's brother, if I remember correctly. Aslatiel. I wonder if I talk to her now, if she'll say something differently? I don't actually know. I can't remember if I could be misremembered because it's been a while, but I don't know if I've ever seen her just be right there before. I think I've always fucked up before now. I wonder if I keep going, if she'll give me her stuff or something.
My name is Lucatiel, for I'm...
Nope, nothing has changed as per her dialogue at least. We'll see what happens. I'll probably have to, because I keep wanting to do the storylines of the characters, particularly Lucatiel and Mr. Moonlight Greatsword. I'll probably have to do that stuff off camera just in my personal time by carefully researching exactly what steps to take and making sure I don't miss any of them. Because if I feel like I'm making a mistake in the series, I'm like, well, I'm already recording. Like, I'm just gonna press forward because the show must go on and shit like that. Hello, creepy skeleton dragon. It's too bad they spoiled this moment, huh? Because this was one of the first things they showed of Dark Souls 2 in general. Hello. That's so freaky looking too. Like, can you imagine not knowing about this? Oop. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's a moment. It's weird that half the skeleton disappears though, but still, really cool. And here's a dead... He's just kind of chilling out here? Alright. Wait, oh, was one of these cages here? Maybe he was inside it. I'm gonna not let out Novlan this time. Is his name Novlan? Whatever the Dark Sorcerer is named. Because if I come here, I believe as a hollow, I can do a whole quest chain by giving him specific items. And they're not really hard to get items either. Like, he's like, kill these people for me, but ultimately you can just give him the items that they give you otherwise. Like Laddersmith Gilligan, you just buy it at a store. You don't need to kill him.
Please, just stay away. No, please, don't come near me. Nothing good will come of it. Just leave me alone, please. Leave this place and leave me be, as I'd not see any harm befall you.
Yeah, I don't think you can even really talk to him right now. I think you need to specifically gain access to, his dialogue by coming back as a hollow. I, of course, in my previous playthrough, just walked over here and flipped a switch. And when you flip that switch, he gets released. And then he invades you like 17 times, which is a bit rough. So, let's see. That guy's petrified. That's also the shortest path through this area, but you do have to fight an ogre, and you have to deal with him being unpetrified. I'm gonna deal with this area right now. Let's go back to my dark orbs. Man, I forgot how many freaking spells I have to scroll through on this. Oh yeah, there's a chest back here. Don't remember what side it's on. I'm gonna go punch it. Hello, friend. Nope. Appears to be friendly, or I'm missed. Those are both completely valid interpretations. I wonder, there's gotta be, I guess a lot of people probably just memorize the locations of every single orb, don't they? I mean, not orb. Sorry, I was switching, I looked at Dark Orb on the screen and immediately said orb out loud. My bad. Hello, friend. So this is like, never mind, I was gonna say it's foreshadowing for the knights, but I guess you can't get here until you've already fought the Mirror Knight, so it can't be foreshadowing. My bad. They're certainly easier to fight with spellcasting, though. Go down, motherfucker. There we go. I think when I get around to playing the DLC, I'm probably gonna prioritize playing. So it's the left one this time. I'm gonna prioritize playing the second DLC. I think first for New Game Plus, just because it'll give me access to that awesome crown that regenerates spellcasts, and that'd be great just as a general just as a general rule, it's super handy for when you're trying to play through the entire game as a spellcaster. Especially if I have like Great Lightning Spear on my inventory, I could have a bunch of my most powerful spells and just be able to cast them more and more often. Just seems like smart strategy to me. Some people would cynically say like, you're breaking the game and stuff like that, but there's always a fine line between those things. It's like people often have such a specific definition of the game having to be hard, absolutely, that if you do anything smart, sometimes you're now cheating somehow. It's a weird thing to talk about. That was a +2 ring. I actually forgot what element it was, but I think you have to come here. I think you specifically have to come here in New Game Plus to get the +2 version. Is what I think is going on there. Is that all that there is? I thought there was 4 of these guys. Oh, they're silly AI. He just doesn't know to rush you. It's interesting how not good the AI is for a lot of the enemy humanoids in this game. In the vanilla game, but then in the DLC, they're awful people. Fucking Maldron the Assassin and people like that, on top of just having really neat and interesting gimmicks behind how, like, just mean they are. They also just, they attack you in really clever ways, and they're really aggressive and smart and stuff, where these characters often aren't. Although they cheat to some extent with that character too, of course, because he's also... Does he break out? Oh wait, he can just attack me through the cage, can't he? Right. So let's just do, let's see, he's not even attacking me yet, so I cast an Affinity. Then maybe a Dark Hail. Get up in his face. Blammo. Oh my god, he hits really hard. I did not expect him to be that strong. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect him to hit me that hard. Motherfucking Resonant Soul was not very strong. Okay. Is he gonna move closer to me? He's surprisingly hard to kill. Resonant Flesh, just to make myself less likely to die during this fight, I guess. Go back to Affinity. There we go. Hello, friend. How are you doing, sir? What's he gonna do? Of course he's gonna shoot some nasty petrifying abilities around. But I'll be fine, because I know how to strafe slightly to the left. It's his Achilles heel. Which is ironic which is coincidental because it also involves facing his heel. I almost caught myself saying ironic, unironically, which pisses me off. I'm surrounded by people who use the word ironic constantly just to say, basically anytime you could say that's funny or what a coincidence, that people are always like, that's so ironic. I'm a Californian, is pretty much how that goes. Everyone from California has to use the word ironic all the time without knowing how to use the word ironic. In my experience, basically, the secret behind behind irony is that it almost never applies because it's a bullshit machination designed for like storytelling mechanics in like a play or a book or like if you watch a movie that has any sort of like multiple perspectives and information that's being sent around that other characters don't know, that story is probably jam-packed with irony, and if you're just in normal real life, probably no irony at any point. Hello, Pharaohs. How many Pharaoh Lockstones do I have? Keep an eye out just in case I get attacked. Okay, never mind. My screen's completely packed anyway, so I can't see. Oh god. Okay, 5 Pharaoh Lockstones. I'm a little out of my element here because it's been a while. I have to remind myself, like, what do icons look like? What am I looking for in this massive menu? There we go. That might be one of my favorite Pharaoh's Lockstone contraptions in the entire game, just because this place with... I don't even want to... I pretty much refuse to play this area without light. I have, like, no interest in that. Does he come out, or do you have to lure him out? I've always known about... I've always seen him, so I've never actually had to wait and see if he ambushes you at some point. I'd rather not find out. Affinity, motherfucker. Roll! Okay. Turns out Affinity... Oh, wow. It's still chasing... Oh, it was still chasing him and it didn't make it. Hello, friend. So he gets staggered by my spellcasts. That's neato. And this character's so far back. This is before I played a lot of the DLC, basically, so I was much more block-heavy. Although, clearly, you can tell I'm just wearing the casting gear, so I was in my transitional period still. Once upon a time, when I played this game as a cleric, I was pretty heavy on the equipment for the sake of trying to keep myself alive. Does this guy ambush you, or does he only come down if you hit him? I don't know. Let's just fight him. Oops. Or I could hit the one thing that's the only thing defending him from getting hit. There we go. Hello, big nasty ogre creature. Don't mind me just trying to murder your face off. You know, the usual. It's probably like how your people communicate, right? Is by murder. I love that animation. It's like, I'm just gonna stick my head straight up. I'm gonna stick the head straight up, and I'm just gonna shimmy towards you. We're gonna shimmy. It's called the shimmy powers. It's where I get my power. I did it for the power. Okay. I keep referencing that in various Let's Plays, especially on sad games, and there's no reason for me to be doing that because it relies on people. It's not even a reference to a show. It's a reference to, like, does this go down too? I think this one goes down. Oh, there he is. The funny thing is his weapon coming out of the side of the screen like that made me think that he was what is it? I saw his like glowing sickle axe thing coming out of the wall when he came through, and so I thought that he was what is it? I thought he died and souls were coming out of the wall at me. I'm like, oh yeah, I got souls. I guess he just died. That's weird. But of course that's just his crazy glowy weapon, which has the same coloration, probably the same particle effect as souls. There's that big scary guy. All right, I think there's a bonfire around here that I'm gonna want to light. Not use, because that'll make me have to refight some dudes, but if I light it, here it is. If I at least light it, then if I die, I at least have a checkpoint that I can teleport to, rather than starting the whole area over. Here we go. This game fits right back on like an old glove. This is such a great game. I know people have their gripes about Dark Souls 2 versus Dark Souls 1, but at the end of the day, this is a really, really good game. No matter how much you think it's not good enough or not bad enough. What the fuck did I just say? Not bad enough. That doesn't even make sense. Come on, go down. There we go. And there were certain janky things about Dark Souls 1 that were fixed by this game, which is good to have. Although I'm sure Bloodborne will fix those too. And also, I will not be surprised to find out that Bloodborne's an all-around better game than this one. And I'll be happy because that means I'll have another great game. Because I already have 3 great Souls games to play. Having 4 great Souls games to play means I can basically just play Souls games all day, every day, and I'll never play anything else. Except every time a new BioWare game comes out, because I love them. I'll use an Estus. We don't need to use a consumable right now. Let's see, should I just strip everything off and run in and grab? I can't remember if anything is actually worth grabbing in there. But it's a bummer. It's just... they have you weigh against the idea of like, well, I could go grab the thing in there, or I could go through the tedium of just, or I could skip the tedium and just not put all this shit on and off over and over again. That's annoying. All right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. You guys, inventory management. Okay, so I grabbed everything. It was just there's the Aldia key was mainly what was there, and then the soul of a hero. I took my rings off when I ran in because I remember them breaking before when I went in there. Didn't take my equipment off. Now all of my equipment's broken. I'm still wearing it because I don't feel like running around naked. Or maybe I should just take off some of the stuff just to symbolize that it's broken. There. I'm shirtless. Remember this beautiful character I made all the way... oh wow, it's been almost a year since I originally made him, actually. This is my original cleric character still, for those that don't remember that. Oh, you're new. Hello, friend. Would you like to party? I would like to party. Ah, this is a bad idea to cast because it takes like 70 years to recover from. Well, there we go. That worked on him more or less. Come here, motherfucker. Come here, buddy. Are we both shirt... oh wait, no, we're not shirtless. He's wearing the paint... is that the painter's clothes? I don't think it is. I don't think that item exists in this game, but it does remind me of the painter set a little bit. The shape of his torso piece reminds me of the painter set from the first game. So he went down relatively easily. Relatively unique character design though. Like he was I mean, ultimately he's just a red phantom, but you know what I mean. He has like an actual appearance to him instead of just being a monster from the area that's being sent at me again. Can you backstab with this? Oh! I just punched him with it is what happened. I don't know. Midway through that, I was like, yeah, I could probably backstep this guy, right? And then I realized, that isn't... Oh god, hello friends. Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to die here because I'm fucked. Healing around the corner. Don't mind me. I don't have any AoE abilities on me right now, do we? Not really. Just Dark Hail, kind of. But even that's like... Dark Hail seems kind of shitty. Like, it's kind of a shotgun blast, but I don't know if it ever... Does it even hit people enough times to justify that? I don't know. They nerfed a lot of AoE abilities. I don't know. Okay, this one must be one of the ones that's still good then, because it... Fuck you, trying to heal. Oh, throwing urns at me, you son of a bitch. How dare you? Offended. I guess Dark Hail is kind of a valid way to fight group enemies that are packed together like this. Oh, that was a waste of a Dark Hail. Oh well. That hurt is what happened. Very rude. Use a few different healing items real quick. Some for Estus for an immediate recovery, but I don't think Estus fully heals me, so I also used a life gem. There we go. So we're all out of hails. I don't know if I'll bother bringing that around anymore. It seems like you're better off just having more dark orbs, right? I guess that's kind of the downside of playing as a hexer, is that dark orb is like the basic spell of the class, but arguably also like the best spell of the class. Aside from maybe some of the great resonant stuff, but that has special costs attached to it, of course. Hey, you're going down fast. Just accept your fate. It's over for you. Chugging some food. Get more dark orbs to cast. I'll use another one. We're about to fight a few hardy enemies around here, so it'd be good to have all the spell casts I can have. By the way, my mind just entered into into search mode, where I'm like, all right, let's find stuff in this environment. I totally started clicking the left stick, as per Dragon Age Inquisition. Hello, friend. That's supposed to go through the wall. Do you still go through the wall when I approach you from this side? Yes, he does. That was silly. You're silly. Wait, is there one behind me too? I don't remember. Oh, I think there is one. Oh, I died. Whoops. That's what I get for missing the door. Because turns out things can go bad fast in this game. I gotta shake off the dust. I'm not used to this anymore. Ah, well that's new. Is that just a random? I assume it's just a random dude who died of petrification. That's relatively hard to do here. Can I do this here? No. Can you? I can't remember. Do you ever get to open this door? Like ever? There's a chest behind it. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I've ever actually opened that door, or if I always don't find how to get in. Do you break out? If you don't break out, I'd prefer not to deal with you. I can almost see that asshole breaking you out, though. Affinity, motherfucker. You like to party? Die, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, there it comes. There's the exact thing I was worried about. Okay, yeah, that's why you don't backtrack when you're running from that guy, because it's gonna just do the exact thing that I said was gonna happen. Turns out I can predict the future by reinforcing it myself. Rolling. They see me rolling. So, problem here. Jesus Christ, I have so many spells. Where's my... What the fuck? Didn't I have a resonant spell? What's going on here? Oh god, I'm about to die. I trapped myself, didn't I? Did I have spells, like, unequip themselves? What the fuck happened? Sorry. Oh, shit, I realized what happened. Oh, okay, so this is a useless item for me now. I made a mistake. So that was me taking damage because I was trying to do basic spell management. And I was trying to navigate infinitely to a spell that didn't exist. Wow, Dark Hail is garbage. I'm about to die here. There's a very good chance I'm about to die. Son of a bitch. And they're gonna let this asshole out, aren't they? Oh shit. That little... No! I didn't roll it. Okay, so sorry, I got thrown off completely by the fact that I didn't have great resonant anything equipped. So I was trying to find it in my spell cycle, because I took off the ring momentarily to avoid it breaking earlier, and then I forgot that unequips multiple spells because it increases my slots. Whoops. Alright, our previous encounter was pretty embarrassing, but I've swapped out my spells now to fix the issue a bit. Not only do I have all my spells equipped now, but I got rid of Got rid of Dark Hail because it seems pointless. Got my Resonant Soul back. Went ahead and equipped Dark Fog because why not? Never even really used this spell. I've never been much for poisoning. Is he going to attack me? Okay. If he's not going to attack me directly, then I'm going to capitalize on the situation. There we go. Now he's taking poison damage. Very slowly. Huh. You know, actually not a bad source of damage, though. This would be good to use against a boss to have them die over time. The reason I'm experimenting with Dark Fog is because I'm curious. Obviously, I'm going to be fighting the Ancient Dragon soon, and he's one of the biggest hassles in the game for me, because he's just so... It can be difficult to find spots where he's vulnerable and things like that, so it might be good to be able to poison him a bit. I wonder what his vulnerability is. Yeah, looking at this, like, that Dark Fog just did 4 times the damage that Dark Orb does. So it's not a replacement for damage, obviously, because I still have to do the damage itself. Can I not get through here? If I just beat it? Nope. Do I have to? Maybe since I don't have a strong weapon, maybe I do need this guy to come by and beat on it for a bit. That's fine. Come here, brother. Come over here. I'm gonna Dark Fog this area. Is it affecting him? Is he poisoned? He's poisoned. Okay. May not be worth it because it's probably not very effective against him. It's definitely probably more worth it just to hit him with a Great Resonant Soul from time to time. Because fuck that guy. But yeah, it's good to have alternative damage sources. It's probably a good way to damage bosses over time when because you can keep hitting them while you're busy. Is that a different... Huh. He's in the same position, but it's a different pose. I wonder if the poses are random. The poses probably are randomized. It's not like they show exactly how you died. You die, and then it shows an arbitrary pose probably. So many spells. Ah. I think if anything if there's anything Dark Souls could use a change on, it's probably some sort of better optimization on. Can I get him to, if I kept spamming him, he's probably gonna fall over. But I'd like him to die up here so I can grab anything that falls off him, which is nothing. Okay. Dark Souls games could probably use some optimization on just some sort of better system for selecting spells, because pressing up over and over again just navigate them all is tough, especially since you can't see the sequence on screen. Like you can't see what all you can see is what's next, but you can't see like an overall series. Let's see. Does this guy break through the wall? No? I knew the first guy did. I think this guy might break the wall after you've already started opening it. Oh, he breaks that wall. Okay. Come here, friend. I know all about your game. Frankly, your other friend already spoiled things for you. I'm sorry if you thought that you were surprising, but it turns out you're an unoriginal not snowflake. I've never called someone a not snowflake before. That's a really weird attempt at an insult. I'm not even sure how it hit me right in the feels. My snowflake feels. Because I felt like I was a snowflake. I don't know, man. Let's Playing is weird. You're in a room, alone, you talk to yourself, you say crazy things. Is there a guy behind you? No, okay. I normally don't let them sit, so I don't actually know for sure if they ambush you necessarily, or if they're just hidden behind walls. Like, the reason they're hidden might be just so that when you aggro some of these bigger guys, they slam everything around and they might knock down a picture frame and get you ambushed then. Here's one of the cooler views. You leave Aldia's Keep and you're outside all of a sudden. And if you don't look, it looks amazing if you don't look too close. If you look too close, you're like, those are some nasty looking polygons. You kind of didn't do very good at some of this stuff. But it's striking at least, which is what I prefer. I'm not really, I mean, frankly, down there, that looks like some PS1, PS2 graphics down there where like you play Jet Moto and you see weird polygonal 2D trees, which is not ideal. But, you know, they try. Let's see if I can poison this dragon. Have some poison dragon fights. Hello, Guardian Dragon. I know you're dangerous, potentially. I think the first time I fought this guy, he didn't even try to hit me with a... Oh, he's gonna swipe me. Oh, shit. Just stepped on my face. That was very rude, sir. Is he gonna shoot fire? What's he gonna do? He's very slowly taking poison damage. Very, very slowly. Here comes fire. Oh! That fire has more AoE than I remember. I never spend much time on this encounter, so I don't have a lot of memory of it in general. Wow, the Great Resonant Soul does a lot of damage! And I rolled out of the way of the tail, so I'm good. Okay. I don't think this dragon's necessarily supposed to be particularly tough, because you do immediately fight several more of them, and I don't even know if this guy's more powerful than those dragons, or if they're all the same dragon. Oh, I wasted my last Resonant Soul hitting nothing. Way to go, me. Let's run away from fire for a moment here. If anything, they're just... I feel like this is probably... Oop, using the wrong casting item. There's a good chance that this is designed to introduce you to the idea of fighting dragons, because you don't get a lot of chances to. And a lot of the moves this guy does are somewhat reminiscent of what I'm about to face when I fight the Ancient Dragon. I should not be standing here. I should not be standing here. Because the Ancient Dragon does a lot of going up in the air and shooting around. Frankly, this fight seems better designed than the Ancient Dragon. He's a little too easy. But, oh, that was close. This fight seems a little better designed than Ancient Dragon, just because Ancient Dragon... Like, when I'm locked onto this guy, I can clearly see where he is, because he jumps up on a wall, and then I run around and stuff, and like, you can avoid him. Like, you can see what's going on. Ancient Dragon flies completely off camera, straight up, where you can't see him, and then he does an instant kill area of effect, and then everyone dies, and it's like, aw. I'm not a big fan of Ancient Dragon. But, unfortunately, he's pretty much next. Haha.